It's November maybe the 7th, and welcome to my garden. Things are changing here. We've got the summer garden all in now, apart from the peppers and eggplants, and the roses are starting to bloom. Some of the old-fashioned flowers in my entranceway are all the flowers of my own ancestors, or the ancestors of this place, and feels really important to me to have their blessing, and I know that I garden and I live with their blessing every day when I'm reminded by them at the gate. Perennial bed on the outside on this side of the garden has globe artichokes at the moment ready to eat. Beyond the globe artichokes we have sea kale and Welsh punching onions and rhubarb. And then this set of beds here on my left is the section that is going into roots and legumes for the summer. So the first bed we've got Capuchina peas, which are for dried peas for making hummus and things, and then we've got a bed of Dalmatian beans which have just gone in. For dried beans we eat a lot of refried beans and things with beans. And then there's a couple of perennial beds there, the perennial beans. This bed is still got garlic and onions in it from the heavy feeders, which haven't left yet, but the rest of the bed is going into carrots and beetroot. And over there you can see the potatoes, which we've mulched up this year, hilled up this year with, rather than hilling them up with dirt. We've planted 3 rows in the bed to get more potatoes out of per square metre, and we've just mulched them with Romeo wood chip. And beyond that is a second bed of Capuchina peas, so we'll have lots of dried peas for making hummus. This section here right beside me is a carbon crop section of the garden, and we have one bed of broad beans which are flowering now, not ready yet. 2 beds of flaxseed, which if I'd taken this when the sun was out, the flowers would be just a mass of blue. Really beautiful crop to grow. 2 beds of flaxseed. And beyond the flaxseed we have 2 beds of Austrian hulless pumpkin seed. We grow them for the seed. Flaxseed and pumpkin seeds are 2 really important staple crops for us. And then behind me I have the section of the garden that this year is going into the heavy feeders. Beside it actually is the medicinal herb bed. Dandelions, echinacea, withania, burdock. Oh, I can see quite a few things there. On the very outside of that is another perennial bed, and we are picking loads of purple asparagus at the moment. Maybe can't see that from here. This bed is tree onions, pukakoe long keeper, and then we've got some greens, lettuces, and I think rocket coming away. Rocket. A few different kinds of lettuces. Beautiful finger lettuces. And really special, I love the Batavian red. A few white potato onions, and then of course Odell's, one of my favourite lettuces. So that's in this bed, and then next to that is the lupins. The lupins are they're ready to come out now. They've well passed their 10% flowering stage, and that bed is our last bed to change over to the summer crops. You can see that they've finished flowering and they've got seeds up their stems. So they'll come out in about a week, and we'll put the peppers and eggplants in. The tomatoes are in here, and our pumpkins, our eating pumpkins, are in the last bed there. So there are 5 beds there, 50 square metres of heavy feeders.